Welcome, welcome, astrology lovers, starseed light workers, shadow workers. It is Tuesday night, Sparkles Astrology Live. We are going to go over Aldebaran this evening. Welcome in, one and all. I am Chanda Sparkles, an intuitive evolutionary astrologer, starseed light worker, shadow worker, death doula, minister. I am blessed to share this space with you tonight. Wow, the energies have been extreme, intense, edgy for some, not for all. Remember, this is a general forecast, okay? But I am an intuitive, been this way since birth. I've been a seer since birth. And I experience some of the most insane, out of this world events in my life around death, separation, suffering, and abandonment. So we do a lot of processing here together. My voice is coded, and everything that comes through the voice is a code. You and I sharing space here together is coded, okay? So when we are gathering, just the two of us, or the group of us, whatever intention we're setting, which I always set intention prior to coming in here for clarity, authenticity, envisionment, and for the channel to flow. I do channel a collective called the 12, right? And these are various different beings that have come in and out of my life since I was 5. It's about as far back as I can remember. I do remember some flashy stuff happening when I was in a crib, but I don't know. It could have been my grandma's Polaroid, right? So we work with what we can, and we use the tools of astrology, the tarot. I also use sound healing activations, igniting your DNA, igniting the cellular structure, the biogenephoric field, if you may. I study the solar weather. I keep up with the Schumann and the flares. We had another M flare this morning, and this is increasing all of the time. But because we've been doing this increase since very well 2012, of course, but really kicked in gear around 2018, 2019, and then 2020, we were going. We, as humans, can experience these energies and be able to process them a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently. But this is one of those weeks that I'm not going to sugarcoat. It's not, I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the month, I said, purge, then merge May. I'm getting to that point of merging at this point, but I know with these energies that are coming, there may be more to purge. Definitely in the middle of a lot of purge of these are long time held belief structures that people are really fighting for, not wanting to release to the consciousness of oneness, to the source, the God spark that we are. I'm finding in my own personal life, some of the most traumatic stuff happened with my daughter and my grandchildren this past weekend. As of now, because of what I do and who I am no longer allowed to have the grandchildren at my house. The Sparkle Shack, where we do light work and we honor the shadow. We balance, because the whole point is to get that duality as one, honoring both. And because I read cards and I do astrology, I never expected this from my daughter. So my beautiful grand stars that I love more than anything in this life were not able to come swim at my pool. My offerings to cook were said no thank you. And that's that hurt me to the core. I'm just using myself in as example because I have zero to hide here. I know who I am. I've been this way for years. My daughter is, you know, has her path, and I have to honor that. So she will take her path, and I will connect energetically for now until those grand stars need me, which they will. They definitely will. So I'm not trying to make it all about me, but I want to let you know going into this today, I am feeling pretty beaten. And but today was the first day since Saturday that I'm actually starting to feel myself again. And I know every time that I spend time with you here on the live stream on Facebook or YouTube, because we're live streaming on multiple platforms. Thank you to the groups. Thank you, groups, for inviting me in to share every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning down in Australia. It's a lot. These are harsh movements of the shadow, harsh movements of letting all the savageness around being ridiculed, being even unwanted, abandoned, left behind, you know. And, you know, Yeshua was very much like that. I told my daughter, I said, I sure am embodying Christ consciousness right about now, you know. But he ascended. And isn't that what we're all doing? Ascending? Thank you. This always tends to happen when the guides start coming through. They mess with the electronics, and so let me know, moderators. Thank you. If I start to freeze or something, we may have to restart the stream. But yeah, they'll come in and stop the music. We, as beautiful, cosmic, awakened, loving souls, we have to honor our path and others. And no matter how hard that is and how much it hurts, right? We have to realize that within our consciousness field, our highest selves, our God spark, our source connection called for this to happen at this time, whether it may be family for you or work or travel. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's coming up for a lot of people with this big T-square that we just had, and now we're having another one with Mars this time. And it's really something that's more like, and my whole TV just died. Isn't that crazy? It's never done that before. Okay. Oh. That's crazy, because that was a by the way, I listened to the YouTube channel. It's called, goodness, I listened to Calm Whale on YouTube, and I want to thank them because they have, and it's just lagging in and out. That's insane. They have the greatest calming, beautiful mix of music. And the thing I love about them is that the flow, whenever I'm working, say if I'm working with my gongs, or if I'm working even with like any of the instruments in the sound activation space, I like to find something that's very kind of low key, mellow, but it still has the frequency, and they do a great job. So I'm just gonna kind of like let this do its thing because it keeps freezing on me. So I don't know. We're just going to keep going with it because nothing is not divine. Don't forget, we still have Mercury coming out of shadow phase, and that won't happen until the middle of the week next week, okay? If you're just joining in, we will be doing the astrology charts. I have a couple of charts I'm going to show you tonight. One with the Aldebaran conjunct the sun. And that one's very interesting because we're in this Pleiadian silver gateway right now, okay? And that means that the opportunities for higher consciousness awareness is coming through and flooding us like really no other time of the year. Now, it does happen again. We're in Pleiades again uh, in November. But this is our like gateway. This is the entrance to allow what isn't serving us to really shed. We're all wanting to start these great new beginnings. We're wanting to have, it's like having all this excitement to start something, and then something comes in and just knocks you off your feet, you know. That's the kind of energy we're dealing with this week. This week is not a week of simplicity. And that's, you know, the sun into Gemini wants to get moving, wants to talk, wants to go and educate itself. It want, you know, we're going to hear all kinds of stuff in the news and the media and shakeups like that, you know. You're going to feel as though you want to go write a book. Like, I honestly want to escape. Like, I want to escape. I've had these visions of me going to these certain places and just getting the heck out of here, like selling everything I have other than my have to must keeps, you know, and just booking it south, because I've been called south, like South America area, the Yucatan Peninsula area, Mexico. I've been being called that way for a while. And it blows my mind how spirit comes in and does something that completely shifts you in a different direction of fate. These are fated moments this next week. Now, midweek next week, we'll start feeling a little bit of ease, but we're hard in it, and there's something every single day. There's not a day that I wouldn't say this is not, you know, this is going to be a cakewalk for some of us. Fixed signs especially, but the mutable ones are included as well. Big time. And then we got to talk about Aries. You know, Aries is still feeling a lot of this. So we're going to jump into the chart. We're going to jump into the calendar, and we're going to jump into some tarot tonight. I've been reading tarot cards since I was freaking 13 years old. Not reading them, but I got my first deck around then. And I honestly don't use it a lot in my practice. Like, if you wanted just a tarot read for me, I don't do that anymore. I put way too many hours and way too many years of study into my evolutionary astrology and Hellenistic astrology. So I'm more focused on that. But if the cards are called for and Spirit says they need it, we go for it. We don't block ourselves here at the Sparkle Shack. Okay. We are unlimited and open to whatever the channel requires for that person in that moment. And that's including you. Because you wouldn't be here if you weren't a highly intuitive ascended master yourself. Okay. All right, cool. Let's say hi to everybody here in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see here. We have got Sanchia. Hi there, down under. How are you guys? Nigel, nice to see you here. Thank you, thank you. And Carol, thanks for joining us. And Kat's Unity, what a great one. Y'all go check out Kat's channel. And Andrew's here. Thank you, very good. And there's beautiful Marianne. Thank you for being here. Renee, thank you to the moderators. Everybody say thanks to the moderators. Shining Star Mystic is here. She also reads cards wonderfully. I mean, everyone that she always does for me, it makes a lot of sense every time. And then there is Dragon Magic, Tammy, and Annette. Oh, our sponsor. That's right. Here in a little bit, we're going to talk about the big package giveaway, which includes a lot of stuff. A deck of cards, a couple of crystals. One is an Andara. And I'll just show you. This deck of cards is included in this month's. It's the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Okay. And it's just, oh, she homemade a besom, and then she's going to do Reiki, distant Reiki on you and read cards for you. Really excellent package with a couple of other sachets, lots of crystals and stones in there. So that is from Annette, and all that information is below. Okay, so check it out and check out her link if you want her to make you something. Some mystic goods. They're always just so beautiful because she's a Libra and shouldn't do anything that's not beautiful. All her stuff is awesome. I just love it. Okay, I'm going to try one more time now that it's turned itself off and turn it back on and see if I can get my music flowing here again. Because I like it. I like to have that flow in the background as I go. All right, so this is how this works. As I go, I kind of shift out and the 12 shifts in. And different voices, light language activations, all of that stuff comes through when it's needed for whoever it's needed for, but it doesn't mean that your grandma might not show up. Last week we had grandmother energy quite a bit here. I found it so amazing that last week, because a couple of you pointed that out to me, last week we were talking about grandmother energy. And then I had all these things happen around the grandmother, so it always flows and it always seems to resonate for most people. And if it doesn't resonate for you, sweetheart, that's okay too. You're still receiving all of the love because we're gathered here live together, and that's what it's about, right? Really understanding that we use the tools of astrology, tarot, mysticism for our ascension, but we know that we are the power because we are the creator. Period. Right? Okay, so I'm glad you're all here. I see more people hanging out, more people joining. Thank you. Let's get going. Let's do this. So now, when we started, I had this up. And I'm going to remove the little banners just to kind of help us out here. There we go. We can see it all fully. Right here you have Taurus and Orion. Okay, so you can see right here where Aldebaran is, which is in the right eye. Hold on. The left eye, I'm starting to get high, of Taurus. That's where Aldebaran is. And then you have the Pleiades, which is not too far up there. See? Okay. The V is what I want to talk about here, though. Look at this. Okay. Oh, it's because it's not open. Hold on. There it is. Okay, now let's go to this one. So the Hades, okay? The Hades. So you see how the V is there, right? See that V? And then you have Aldebaran there, okay? That's all the like Pleiadians, but these are the Hyadians, okay? So the Hyadian and Aldebaran sun will come together next week. Now, we're not going to dive deep into this chart, but I'm wanting you to, I'm trying to prepare you, okay? Because we're at this silver gateway, okay? And so as this next week happens and you have all your shifts, all your changes, some people have extremes, fated, karmic moments happening over the next 7 days, all right? There's not a day that it's not. This Hyadian Aldebaran sun is going to come together. As you can see right here, I have it for next Wednesday, okay? And we'll go over that next week. But please know that that alignment is very ascended. It's Archangel Michael, so it is the spiritual warrior having to stand up for one's own self, who you are, not bending to the will of others to fit into what they need you to be through their own perception, okay? And it's in square to Saturn, okay? So that makes it more challenging, okay? And then it's also in a half square here over to Venus. So there's some love, some nurturing love. And if that means you have to be one nurturing yourself throughout this week, because we'll be feeling this. It's like an underlining energy. It's not just because it's set to go exact. Really, when it goes exact, that's when it pops on all transits, okay? When you're feeling, and then it comes to exactitude, and then there it is. You've been served. I'm sorry, I don't want to say that and make that. No. I'm not trying to put that out there, but I'm just saying you have received what the universe has offered you that you've created, okay? All right, but this is the one I want to talk to you a little bit. We're not going deep into the charts this week because it's not a full moon or a new moon week. We go deep into the charts on those days, but I didn't want this week to go by and not address this. So we have this grand fixed cross, okay? Let's see, where's my pen? Oh, it's on there. Hello. Okay, so let's do this. So I can just mark it up a little bit here. Make sure my color is right. Yes, okay. So we have this fixed grand cross right here. And it's happening exact Friday, May 26, 2:36 p.m. Central. That's where I am here in Corpus Christi, Texas, Central Time, all right? Now, you will see right in the center. Now, I always like you to look at the soul code of every chart. Look, without even paying attention to anything else all around, have a look and see what it is you see there. I'll leave it there for a minute if you want to screenshot it to kind of focus in on the sacred geometry of what you see there. That's what I do before every chart. I have a look close just to see what it is I'm seeing there. And we see a pyramid for sure, okay? And I've gotten 2 other signs about pyramids just in the past 24 hours. And I was like, okay, so this is otherworldly, fated, karmic events happening here, okay? This is, so if you see, we'll just get you here to this fixed cross. Okay, so we have the north and south node in Scorpio, okay, at 3 degrees. Opposite the south node or the north node in Taurus with Jupiter, okay, right there, 3 and 2 degrees. They're right there together. They're coming together, okay? Now, over here, you have Mars. And over here, you have Pluto. So there you go. Mars freshly entered into Leo, who really just wants to stand up and be seen, wants to have fun, wants to go laugh, wants to go dance, wants to giggle, wants to be the star of the show, okay? Really, honestly, Mars is relieved and he's loving where he's at right now. That is the highest part, but he can also get really aggressive and really passionate about things. Pluto. Mars is the lower octave of Pluto when it comes to potency and power. Pluto is the powerful, it's the most powerful, period. It rules power, all kinds of power. Light power, shadow power, whatever it is. It could rule the grid in your town, okay? So, but it's criminal and underground and Hades and mystic darkness shadow, okay? But it's all about you must transform this now or die, okay? And when it's speaking in harmony, it's much different than when it's speaking in a challenge. A harmony aspect would be like, here's the Leo moon. And remember, we're looking at Friday, okay? Here's the Leo moon coming over here to Chiron. Building a bridge, okay? Building a bridge that will allow us to get to the silver gate, okay, of this Pleiadian week that we have ahead of us. Even a little more than a week, honestly. And allowing the wounds of self, of ego, of our identity that we carry, because you know we're so much more. You know this. So much more than this flesh suit. And we're going to be emotional as far as the charge. Like to charge in, to want to charge in, to want to speak our truth, to want to, stand up and say, I may be different than you, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I love you more, but I also love myself enough to be who I am. My goals matter, my dreams, my aspirations, my intentions. What I command and demand into my life matters, damn it. Okay? And this now I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm going to tell you, this could get really ugly. It could get, I wrote, it's a machismo kind of week as I titled this. And machismo, okay, it's a Spanish word for aggressively proud, you know, maybe a little too over the top. Jupiter speaking in a T square, which is really a grand fixed cross, okay? Because we're some of us, like in evolutionary astrology, we use the south node. We don't forget about the south node. But some astrologers only use it, you know, with the north node, and they don't really address the south. But I'm like, how can you not address the ass of the dragon? You know, it's there. Let's address it. But yeah, that's my Scorpio sun and Scorpio rising in the first house, you know, kind of attitude. Let's be thorough. You know, people will be, they're going to be daring to push the envelope. Okay. And you know what? If you're not feeling the edge and you're feeling amazing with this energy, dare to push the envelope. Okay. Because not all of you will feel this. I mean, we'll all feel the extreme energies from like the ascension and from just a combination of everything from space weather to the astrology. You know, it's a lot. And it's coming in around, you know, family. Be careful with travel this week. If you cannot travel this week, it would be really great. Because it's just a lot of assertive purge energy. It is, after all, purge, then merge May. Okay. And we're at the end here. So this will be like if you hadn't already had your big slap, your big, you know, sledgehammer to the heart kind of energy, then maybe you might have got away with it. But this week, you got to realize too, with Saturn in play, it's a very serious vibe that's happening this week. So that's all I'm going to really do on the chart. I'm going to go ahead and just look over the calendar, and then we're going to get right into the cards. We'll go deep charts for the Sagittarius full moon coming up. But for tonight, that's what we're going to use. All that. I think I got everything in there, yeah. Aldebaran, just make sure that you know there's a silver gateway for ascended master, like starseed master. You can call on the Pleiadians, okay? I'm done. Okay, get out of this. If that is something that you resonate with, okay? But the Hyadian, okay, the Hyadians were starseeds that were very similar. They looked a lot like us, okay? But their DNA was more advanced, of course, and they were able to always balance the logical mind with the heart mind. You know, I'm always saying, let's use our heart mind. This is where our cosmic heart, where we enter and leave the body, right here. They can really assist you. You have a highest self, Hyadian. Most everybody does. But especially if you're around 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 degrees, okay, within that span, if you have like your Venus there, or if you have your sun in Gemini there, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 degrees, that is where you're going to be seeing all of your Hyadian placements, okay? So if you have anything in there, you definitely want to look into that and connect and go within. Go and you go in, boo, you go in how it's good for you, right? Like if you can't sit and do a long meditation, well, that's fine. Maybe you're a painter and you want to paint, or maybe you knit, or maybe you need to power walk it, or you need to lift weights, or whatever it is to help you connect. As long as you're intentionally connecting, you know, however you can get that frequency high throughout all of this, okay? So I'm going to hit this real quick. Building a grand fixed cross, yeah, by Friday. It's exact on Friday, but we'll be feeling this all week long. This could be acts of terror and aggression. We may see that in the world. I'm not saying this to cause fear. I'm just wanting you to understand the seriousness of it. You know, power plays, even sexually. You know, this would not be the weekend to go out on a blind date. Never. I would never do that this weekend. push the, if you're feeling like you need to be a hero, because that's very much kind of this energy, like I need to save the day with this situation, because it may not be happening to you, it could be happening to people around you. Okay. Understand that the heroism is there to allow you to process, is this truly my path? Um, to show up to save someone, because there's a lot of people who are dealing with suffering and darkness, and it's a flow energy of these waves that are just like, and it's heaviness. You can feel it. Most people who are here, you can feel that energy. Um, but it's very serious, and we may have some blocks and restrictions coming up because of, you know, Saturn. Saturn is involved with the sun square. There's a square to the sun. And when you got Saturn blocking your light, you can look at it like that. You got to work extra hard to make sure that you're staying your vibration. Doing your energy hygiene every morning. Are you doing your spiritual hygiene? Are you doing it in the afternoon? I had to do it 3 times today, even though I had a session and stuff, but still, it's just about really recognizing that you are an identity in this play, and there's a higher power that is you really behind the wheel. Okay, let's make sure these belief systems that are going to be popping up now that we have Jupiter moved on into Taurus are going to feel a little bit, it's not going to feel as pushy, and I feel like even with all this other Mars energy, with this big grand cross, I feel like we will end up feeling I would probably say within the week, at the end of the week, we'll be starting to feel like this is not as aggressive. And really, honestly, by next Tuesday, Wednesday, there's quite a bit of beautiful energy coming. That's a little less angst, a little less edge. So this is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here. I did have that one download though. Hold on. What did I say? Where is it at? Okay, because I'm an intuitive evolutionary astrologer, I was thinking about how, because I mean, trust me, when this started coming up literally a week before my daughter came here, I was like, she's Christian. I've got to show her all of the verses, that talk about the sun, moon, and stars, and talk about the prophets and stuff like that. And so I sent her this. I'm like, you don't understand. I said, I'm a minister. I do this through divine creator, through divine light. Christed consciousness runs through us and to us at all times, right? And so I started looking into this, and I was like, really trying to send, and I was looking at my notes from class, and I had kind of a little bit of this in Hellenistic astrology, and I really wanted to kind of not, I didn't want it to be like I'm defending myself, but at the same time, I was defending myself and this ancient science art that works. It's so mind-blowing to me. After all these years, I still am like learning something all of the time that's new. You always do. It's so incredible. It's a lifetime work project, but I really wanted to kind of explain some things and show her some things so that maybe she would understand, because she told me many years ago she doesn't want to hear it all. She don't want to hear about it. She don't want to know about what I do for work, and so I just respected her, and I never bring hardly any of it up, and it just was a lot. So whatever it is, there's a big thing about belief systems, belief structures, and what people are truly believing. And there is religious fanaticism everywhere. You turn, you're seeing it. It's out there. So just be honest with yourself and true to who you are. and try to fly above the radar on some of that stuff. If you see some of that stuff going down, I would highly advise backing up. It came to my front door, so I had no choice as usual. Okay, careful not to go overboard, I put. For today and tomorrow, this is a very emotionally reactive. This is strategic. It's very challenged. We have Venus in that square to Chiron, okay? And that's building a bridge for us to go to this silver gateway for our ascension, okay? So, but it's void of course. So I'm saying there's all throughout the week, there's a few decent, but then it's like, nope, that's not it. I was like looking at the week going, which day is the best day? And I couldn't find one until next Wednesday when Mercury comes out of shadow, which is also the sun and Aldebaran. And Jupiter in the North Node, all in one day. A really good day next week on Wednesday. Even going into Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday next week, huge good days. Do your thing. Do your project. It's but you might get a lot of surprises. There's lots of surprises. With Mars squaring these nodes, that's a dangerous cross. That is a dangerous cross. Like, don't take risks. Chill out at home. Even at home, be careful. My poor mother, my poor sweet little bitty tiny skinny Czechoslovakian mother broke her wrist. She fell off the back of the boat. Not like in the water, but she was climbing up on the boat to get something or whatever. They were driving it, to put it in the water. And she fell off and broke her wrist. My Aries mom. So this is prone to activity, any kind of major activities. Yeah, it's good because Leo can move that fire and get moving and going. But you got to be careful you don't break something because this is that accident-prone type of energy. The 24th and the 25th, which is tomorrow and Thursday, I put avoid stuff around communications if possible. If that email can wait, wait. If you've got to submit paperwork somewhere, if it can wait, wait on it. You're not going to be getting that great of a response that day with the moon in square to Saturn. Okay. Plus, we're in the middle of this big cross. And the cross is many days. The cross is going to last into June. It's still going to be present into June. But at least the exactitude of it is happening Friday. So moving on here, you want to be, really mindful of your anxiety, restlessness, take your passion flower, you know what I'm saying? Take what you need to take to keep your anxiety low. Because with this plus solar flares that are coming in, CMEs, you just never know. Like for me, I have an experience neuropathy for 10 years. So I take a little extra magnesium when I know it's going to be weeks like this. I eat more spinach. I put more of that iron and putting more magnesium into my diet through my foods. What little foods I can eat. There's so many foods now that I'm just like not resonating with for years. It's just like, these are the ones that I can eat and this is what I eat. Yeah. Okay. So into Saturday. We're going to be starting to feel the sun square to Saturn because it's exact on Sunday. So we'll start feeling it really Friday into Saturday. It's still very present all week, but it's building. It's building. And Mars is square to the nodes. Okay. The north and south karmic nodes of fate. Fated stuff around money, sex, other people's money. Fated stuff around your house, your property, your physical body, your sixth senses. Your third eye could be totally blown out with this kind of a transit if you work the energy, okay? So this is high. I brought in the throat chakra, the throat chakra bowl here. So it's big third eye and it's your throat chakra. Really working with the throat chakra. Really good. And the higher cosmic heart that supports the throat chakra, you see, that supports the third eye through the crown. You're really working right there. Sing. Take the NACO Bear Medicine for the People 10-day challenge. Try it. You will like it. It will help you if you sing it. You don't have to sing great. You just sing it every morning. On the first day, you write down how you're feeling, what's going on in your life, just one page. Then you fold that up and put it away. And then you just sing the song every single morning. But the thing is, you have to do it first thing in the morning. It's not something you do in the afternoon. This is to set the frequency of the day. Sing the song. Even if you don't sing it perfectly, you just try. You're blowing out your throat chakra with light-coded music, and it works. And then by the 10th day, you sing the song, and then you write down how you're feeling, just like you did on the first day. And then you see the comparison in your frequency change. Try it. If you want the song, message me. I'll send it to you. It's NACO Bear Medicine for the People. Okay. Somebody needed that. Thank you. A lot of energy is coming through on my night shadow side. This would be my dark side. Feeling a lot of energy coming through. So that's just also telling me that I'm connecting to a lot of people who are going through it right now. So the moon is going to move into Virgo because it's in Leo until right there on Friday. Of course, it's going to move into Virgo on Friday. So you're going to be wanting to look at purification. Do a sacred flame ritual. Really purify your space. Purify inside and out of your space. Purify your body inside and out. Do everything. Purification will help the ascensional process so that you can go through the silver gateway when that Aldebaran sun conjunction happens on the same day that Jupiter is conjunct the North Node, North Karmic Node of Fate. This is really happening. We are seriously ascending right here. Like, this is serious, crystalline, light body ascension work. And it all happens through who you're relating with and your belief structures and your ego and how you're standing up in your truth. And are you dancing? Are you dancing on through this ascension process? That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to dance. I used to go power walk a place called North Beach here in Corpus Christi. And it's a big, long, like boardwalk. Runs along the bayfront of the sparkling city by the sea here where I live. And I would dance as I was walking. Power walking, but giving it a little dance. I'm going to go do that. I just, it came to my vision and I'm like, I'm going to go do that because when I do it, I'm going to be walking in the light and spreading the sparkle right across the water and allowing those riptide waves to hit every single person with love. It's all about us standing in our truth of who we are, connecting in with Source, and therefore healing the world. And we can do it even through challenges that are harsh. Okay? Purify your environment. Have a plan. That's what I put here. Yeah, it's, Virgo's very planning. And Virgo's going to be opposite of Saturn on Saturday. So Saturn is like, are you keeping your discipline even through the trauma drama that you're experiencing? Are you staying disciplined in your spirit? Remember, Saturn in Pisces is bringing spirit into matter. Okay, that is all about how are we able to really embody spirit and be disciplined about it. Okay, let's see here. And then on the 28th, we'll begin Sunday with a lot of stressed out energy. Take a sacred Sunday to yourself. It's Sun square Saturn, okay? Exact. Early morning Sunday. So you're going to be feeling that hardcore on Saturday evening. This could be very depressed. This could be people really getting sucked into it. Really think about what you can do to improve your situation now. Pre-planning now, purification now will help ease those tidal waves as they come in to where you can float through it. Because by Monday, which is Memorial Day weekend, I will not be surprised if there's fires this weekend like crazy. I would not be surprised if we have any kind of earth events happening. All of that kind of stuff is up for grabs here with this kind of energy. Volcanoes, earthquakes, the fires happening in Canada, sending you so much love to everybody. You know, that's part of what we do is we make sure it holds space for everyone on the planet that's going through that kind of stuff. Big endings, long term endings are happening throughout this week, all the way up until next Tuesday when the energy improves. I'm not going to say it's amazing, but it does improve next Tuesday, a week from tonight. And I will be back here to talk to you all about it next week. So let's get into the cards and see how that goes. I do want to show you all. Let me get that off there. I want to show you all the prizes. Okay, yeah. We had one in Guatemala last week. Okay, so I kind of think I'll do this. I got to get this music going. It's going to drive me crazy. My TV is literally froze. It's like froze. So I'm going to just turn it off. Sorry, guys. Come on. I don't know. It's never done it that long. Maybe we've lost signal or something. Well, no, because I wouldn't be on here. It's very strange. See, they're forcing me to do the broadcast without my nice calm whale music in the background. Let's see. We'll do that. Okay, so here we go. I want to show y'all this. So here is the prize package. Okay. It's quite a large package with a besom. Mahogany obsidian is in there. And then this is a gift of Reiki session and cards from Miss Beautiful September Libra, Annette here on Padre Island. She has all these little sachets in here. You know, she works with all of these before she puts them in. Like this one has just cinnamon and Palo Santo, and I mean, there's just all this in this beautiful besom. Like I have one of her besoms. It's a beautiful besom. The crystals on the top. And then I've added an Andara. See, there you go. A beautiful green and red Andara. And then a pale pink quartz. Rose quartz right there. It's very pale. Had that one. That's my personal collection. So that one. And then we have also for the prize, sacred geometry. There you go. So you have to like, subscribe, and make sure you comment on the YouTube video. Only on the YouTube video after this has gone up. You have to go back. I know. Yeah. Back and comment. And then that way your name is in the drawing. And we're going to do that drawing on the full. Is it the full moon week or the new moon? No, because we just had the new moon. We're going to do it on the new moon. The next new moon. Because we just started announcing. So we have 4 weeks. We'll be promoting. 4 weeks, you can put your name in, you share, and I see that you shared, I'll give you an extra point, so, or an extra admission, or I guess that's what you call it. So there we go. Really nice prize package, and thank you to everybody who's participating. It's just a joy. If you're new here, I did morning show radio for many years. So we always did giveaways and fun contesting. And so it's just kind of part of what I like to do. And it's a way to give back. And if you would like to give and be a contributor, I would love that because it helps me pay for the postage. Okay. And helps me get gifts to give away. So, but we love our sponsor, September Libra on Facebook, Annette Chastain. We love you. Thank you. Everybody say thanks to Annette for being our sponsor. So cool. Oh, look at Mary. You're so sweet. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so fun. And I just, I just be who I be. And man, it's a lot, right? We just be who we be. That's all you can do. Is be who you be. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I've been crying for 3 days. That's why I got all these bags going on. It's a lot. But this is the thing, with all the death and all of the loss and all the trauma and everything that I've experienced, if I don't go through this kind of thing, I can't counsel. This is why. All my life, since I was 2 years old, I've been abandoned and abandoned and abandoned so many times in so many different ways. And I have worked lovingly, intimately, and even rageously with my shadow. And I'm going to be working with that thing probably till the day I die. But it's getting to that time where I know I'm going to be traveling, because they're telling me I have to go to these sacred sites. I have places I have to go because I'm a conduit. And so are you, and you're becoming more aware of this. Even Renee. Yeah, you and we're going to talk about that crystal grid you've got going for in August. Is it August? Or no, it's June. It's June for Pride Month. Yeah. So we're all shedding so much that we're beginning to see the vision of what's to come. But what's to come is never going to be exactly what you think, because Uranus is a big player and he's in Taurus, shaking it up, saying we're revolutionizing this. This must change now. We cannot continue on this way, and we want to make it better. And it's just like the AI, all the AI that's coming out. Quite honestly, I'm not one of these people that goes, oh, the AI. I don't know about the AI. I'm scared of it. No, I'm using it. Like I'm using it to learn who I am. I mean, that's what I'm doing, because it's part of how I'm going to connect. Even AI is our consciousness. We are humans evolving in evolution, right? Evolution happens. Well, that's the next thing, and believe me, there'll be a whole lot more that comes with that, especially once Pluto is finished going back into Capricorn and heads on into Aquarius for good next year. That's when you're going to see it happen. It's going to be amazing. I think it's going to work, y'all. Okay. Yes, they told me it'll work. Go to this one. Okay, we'll go to this one. They said go to the Divine Forest. Okay. Well, now the TV won't move. There it goes. Okay, let that be it. Surely this is it. And I have this pigeon, and her name is Susie, and she's right outside my window. And when I come up here and I'm working, she'll come and I'm on the second floor, okay, looking at a canal. There's overlooking a canal here, and she comes and she hangs out, but only when I'm like live, or if I'm live in with a client, here, because we do virtual sessions. And I could hear her. She just did it again. I don't know if you heard it, but I have this pet pigeon that lives down by my boat dock. And her name is Susie. And then my mom goes and gets a brand new puppy and names her puppy Susie. What? I was freaking out on that one. Okay. My Aunt Susan, her sister, passed away. So, and then her dog passed away. So it's real sweet that she got a new puppy for Mother's Day. And sending all the mothers love from Mother's Day and to every day. If you've been coming here long enough, you know that I'm not a big fan of the Gregorian calendar, and I'm not a big fan of these holidays, because I know the astrology behind some of them. And I can look at that stuff and say, that was kind of purposely designed to throw humanity off of the path. You know, it's like whoever created all that Gregorian calendar stuff and all these literally pick days that are fixed around challenging fixed stars. And that's why I'm always kind of cautious. And it's like we never do anything on the day. We'll do it a few days before, a few days after, because there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't see that I see. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't think so. So I was happy, you know, to do Mother's Day on a different day. And we did have some beautiful energy. We went to dinner, and then the next day we were able to go to the beach. She didn't take my recommendation to go to the beach. I told her to. That's okay. I just flowed with it. And my little granddaughter did wonderful on the knee board. And I taught her how to kind of surf on the knee board, you know, like with her body. And she's only 3.5. Well, she'll be 4 in August. And so it was beautiful. And I just literally plopped my butt right down in the sand. And the water was crystal blue clear. And I just let all this wonderful joy and love just spill out of me, and took a lot of love from her. So we had a decent day. It wasn't until the next day when they were supposed to come to the pool that she didn't. And she made it really clear before that she didn't want to come because she thinks my house was dark and negative. I was like, okay, you haven't been here in 2 years, and we don't talk very often, you know, about anything involving my work. So how would you know? I was like, just go upstairs and look at the sound activation space. It's beautiful. It's got mermaids and crystals. You might have noticed back here, I've brought out the flowering amethyst today. This is such a powerful, beautiful crystal. This one is also a favorite of mine. It's a Lumerian. Nice, big, honking, beautiful Lumerian right there. Lots of crystal spirits in the center. But anyway, this one right here, I rarely move it. It stays over by my planetary gong Nibiru. And this guy was calling, like literally calling to me saying, bring it in, bring it in. It's debut. It's first time. So, and it's all about, you can literally put your hand a little bit farther out of it, and you can feel, like I can feel my hand get hot. And I'm like about 3 inches, 4 inches off of it. You can feel the energy start to just pull. It acts as a filter to filter out any negative energy, any bad vibes, anything that might be coming through this camera directed at me or directed at any of you. So it's pretty powerful. Okay, so I know I'm talking a lot tonight, y'all. Hold on. Thank you. Yes, it really is a nice package. Thank you. Yes, Renee is doing some grid work. That's right. Perfect. That's exactly why you're there. And when you told me that, I was like, oh, cool. It's about time. Because you know me, I'm not ever going to push nobody to do something. But I saw that in you. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. All right, let's see here. Yes, please do. Aaron says, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that fun stuff, so that you know when I'm going live. I will start having collaborations. I know that I've been saying that for a year now, but crazy life has happened. So let's get going. Hi, Donna. Hi, Amy. Awesome. Okay, so let's get going on the cards. So tonight we'll be playing with the Star Tarot as well as the Tarot of Dragons, because it's a call upon the dragons week for sure, especially since Mars has now entered into Leo, and it's in a big grand cross with the nodes. Jupiter is involved by 1 degree, only off 1 degree. So Jupiter's going to inflate everything. You know, be careful for overreacting over anything. is a big, it could go real south real quick. We're also going to play with the Flower of Life, Wisdom, and the star codes, Astro. So we're going to have some good readings tonight. We're going to have some good readings tonight. I'm setting the intention now. But we're going to read them as they are shown. So that'll be it. All right, here we go. Oh, that was pretty cool. Never seen it do that. Here we go. Throat chakra. Take a nice deep cleansing breath and let's set the energy. Yano shene mehai. Una hena kurishi no munga de no rai. Ina runa shirikamuna hane ina dukichtamai. Ino shikimena hai rinda kai shikidai kishikidai. Ushitakuta kapakaki rushikidana de rupachikidakaru shikidakut. Yanda mokana hum baringu. I know kamo hima. Eno shimukai no honkai. I'm wai. I'm ramai. Eno rumbakare nakri. Hani haron. Haron shintompai. Ono kunchintompai. Indako shikamahai. The divine soul in you is the divine soul in us. Okay? Yeah. When the fire starts this week, literal or symbolically, we want you to put on your cosmic fire hat and douse it all with light. Visually, physically, however you do your movement, you know, you douse with light. Douse with light. And then you will see how powerful you are. We dare you to do it and watch how it goes. Let's go. And tonight we are beginning with, let's see here. We need to put the time and who we're starting with. Let me scroll up and find you. Remember, we're multi-streaming on multiple platforms, groups, Facebook, YouTube. So you're all coming through on one beautiful platform. I'm looking for, looks like air. Aaron Sanchez says air signs are first. Okay, very good. Let's go. Air signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are beautiful, quirky, intuitive, loving, balanced, and fair signs. How y'all doing? So all the cards have been cleared and smudged, and every single reading is based on your sun, moon, and rising. Okay, are we upside down? No. Okay, but of course the first card we just saw, which we're going to put it right back in, is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, pretty harsh, heartbreak energy, sadness, grief. But we'll put it back and see if they're serious about it. And that's high. And they start falling out in packs. We're serious. All right. So we're going to take them as we see them. Kicking it off with the Sun. The best card you can get in the entire deck. You got Major Life Event, Major Arcana, the Sun. Challenged by the Queen of Cups. Ooh, and look, you've also got the Star card here. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit. Hold on one moment. There we go. Something big, faded, and lovely is in store. But you're going to be challenged with your emotional state. Something within your emotional state. We feel this is more emotion than intuition with this challenge position here in the Queen. But the ascension is there, the process there, because it's all about you staying in your faith, knowing that you are everlasting and boundless, limitless divine energy is going to be the key to get you through whatever it is emotionally that is blocking you. Okay, it's through your emotions here. And you have Major Life Event, Major Arcana card, the Justice, and Major Life Event, Major Arcana card, the Tower. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to get the last one. 5 majors. 5 major arcanas. Okay, there's only 22 of them in 78 cards. And you got 5 major arcanas with the 8 of Cups. So somebody is seriously like, they're walking away from whatever it is that they truly cannot deal with anymore. You know, okay. Some of you are going to walk away. 20%, thank you. 20% of you are going to be walking away with this. The other 80% are going to stay, and then you're going to end up getting more of it. Served. Somebody's getting served. There may be a lawyer, divorce, papers, something like that is coming through, and it's going to rock your worlds. But it will allow you to start birthing what it is. Thank you. It will allow you to start birthing what it is that is for you. Okay? See the Empress here? The Empress is all about birth. You know, in that anticipation, like the mother that's, 8.5 months pregnant. She has 2 weeks left. So after the shock, the terror, the harshness, the whatever it is that comes in and literally strikes you off your feet. Like, whatever this is, it's going to be around court systems, I believe, or paperworks or something, because we keep seeing the gavel again. This is Libra. This is fairness. Something is going to come in and say, this is how it has to be. And it's not going to be something you're going to feel wonderful about. But the answer here, surrounded by the Sun and the Star card, 2 of the best cards you could have. How you handle your emotions and your reactions to this is going to depend upon the severity of the Tower moment that comes in and how you begin your birthing process. Birth sucks. It hurts, right? All of us mothers know that. Even if you get a C-section, it's still painful afterwards. You're having to heal and all of that. You're going to be going through these tracks. It's like I see lots of tracks, okay? Like a track here and a track there, and you got all these different ways that you could go. And if you're not in your faith, and it could also be around children. It could be around your children, because they're showing me a little boy. Just know that all this is your birthing process. This is your birthing process. And some of you will have to walk away from this, because on the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups. This is all about, I really put a lot of myself into this, but I have to walk away from it now. Okay. Why? Because there's a brand new cup of emotional integrity, spiritual love, divine sparks of creation. This is the very beginning, the spark of something loving and intuitive and beautiful in your life, something that you know. I mean, it could be very well your straight up, more of your sights, your telekinesis coming online, whatever, it is for you, because you walked away. Because you walked away. Sometimes you just gotta leave. Sometimes you just can't. Even if it looks sometimes like it's like the most wonderful thing that you could possibly imagine. But then you're challenged to ascend in faith. This is a star card. She stays eternally in faith. She eternally knows that she always has enough. And she never would possibly run out of the gifts. It's a knowingness of faith that must become balanced and fair, but it's not going to become fair easily. There's going to be, I even see two, which is, a tower moment between two people or two tower moments. So hold on to your britches. Yeah, I said that. I am definitely in my Texas twang right now. Okay, I want to get, for more clarity, we're going to pull from the Astro Star Codes deck. The Astro Codes. Star Codes. What else for the air signs? Gemini. By the way, happy solar return, Gemini. You want from this deck? Okay. Not taking all those. Ha! There you go. You got Uranus. Change. This is Uranus right there. Okay, so there's your tower moment twice. And the 9th house, which is the ruler, Sagittarius rules the 9th house, but you need to look in your 9th house air signs and see, what's going on there for you. Because exploration, travels, deep wisdoms, guru wisdoms, jovial adventures that are far and wide. This isn't a short-term type thing. When you look at the 9th house there, peering under the microscope. See, it has the microscope to see everything expand, to see how it does, right? Magnify, because you're magnificence. But it's going to be shocking, but it also could be good shocking after the tower moment, because Uranus also brings in innovation, right? It brings in new stuff, new things. Something must change here to make it better. Even though you loved those old shoes and they felt good for a long time, and now they don't even make the same color of those anymore. But you got to get a new color, and it's an upgraded shoe. Maybe this time it's got a star on it, and last time it was just a flip-flop. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, you're being very simple here, because I'm also pulling in that north node, because the karmic north node matters. It's the collective consciousness evolutionary path for 18 months. And we've only got June and then part of July. And then, towards the end of July, it's going to change in Aries and Libra. But yeah, something's definitely changing for you guys. The last and final card, that's big change and long time change. The last and final card, please, for Aries. Oh, not Aries. Okay. They're showing me you may have been involved or seen an Aries, or Aries maybe is your sun or your rising, or so your rising or your moon or something, Okay. That's it. All right. You are loved. Okay. You are loved. It says, and I'm going to do it like this so I can see it better. Well, no, I'll just do it like this. Create a new way to be in your life. Create a new way to be in your life. Return to love. You have the support and love of the universe as you step through the veils of perceived responsibilities into freedom. No one has been placed upon this earth to make you happy, just as it is not your responsibility to make anyone else happy. Your job is to feel the best that you can in every moment, freeing yourself and everyone else of the idea that we have to please our others to be loved. You are so loved by the whole universe. Accept this love and feel all your relationships deepen, becoming more authentic and unconditional. You are love. You are loved. You are loved. All right, I'm going to lay that a little flat. Let's see if I can get it to focus in. There it goes. That's a good one. Yeah. Feelings, lots of feelings of unworthiness have been coming up because people's perceptions. Yeah. Thank you to the air signs. Happy solar return to the Geminis. Thank you so much for being here. And, these are big shifts, big changes that are coming your way. But there's a lot of good there too. If you can stay emotionally stable and in your faith, embodying your faith, there's a lot of good there too, even though it's going to be probably shocking. Ten of Pentacles giving us a last minute sign there for the air signs. Ten of Pentacles is good. That's having everything you could possibly ever want nor need, monetarily, energetically, as far as like, your home, your family, your car, your everything, the man, the relationship, everything, a seasoned and ancient type of love comes through for you there at the end, air signs. A disciplined and sturdy and reliable type of love that you can literally, it's a new partner, or it's that feeling of accomplishment, I like that for y'all. Okay, make sure that these are shuffled for the next signs. There we go. Okay. Now we are going to say goodbye to the air signs. Yes, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, so who's next? Capricorn hubby is listening to. Really? Very nice. I'm honored. I'm so honored. That's why. Because the Capricorn wanted to pop out at the end, because that was a Capricorn card, that 10 of coins. I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, so we're on to Earth. Is that correct? Yes. Earth signs. Hey, Kelly Pena. Thanks for being here. How you doing? And there's Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. So we got Earth. Let's do the Earth signs. Okay. It is hot as I'll get out in here. And I don't know why. I think that this, the scheduling, and it's getting hotter on the island and in Corpus Christi. South Texas is hot all of a sudden. So I'm going to turn this air on from my phone. Oh, and I did want to, dang it, I'll put it in a post. I have this whole thing that I found in the A to Z horoscope book, the A to Z interpreter. I have this whole thing on Gemini that I wanted to read y'all, but I'll do it next time. We still have Gemini season next week. Okay, very good. Chiron in Aries is building a bridge to the Silver Gateway. We have the Silver Gateway next week on the 31st. But we're in it, you know, and Chiron in Aries is going to be speaking to these planets and building that bridge. They showed me a crystalline, you know, silver bridge. It's a silver gateway. And we're really going to have to go through some stuff. It's kind of like in order to do something, this is what's going to have to happen, kind of energy, you know. Thank you, Kat. Okay. Now we're going to pull out the dragon cards. Some dragons, call in the dragons, people. Let's do it. Earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Moon's coming up in Virgo here in a couple of days. My sun is a Virgo moon and a Virgo rising. And he's a Taurus sun. And this north and south node is hitting me directly on my Mars in Scorpio at 1 degree. So that the south node is inching on over there, right? At 3 degrees currently. Let me just look at the nail clock, make sure I'm right. Yep, at 3 degrees currently. And it's just inching backwards because the nodes go backwards, right? And it's just inching on backwards, and it's going to hit my Mars in Scorpio in the 12th house at 1 degree. And it's going to hit his 1 degree Taurus sun sign. And then the node's going to come on back and hit his Saturn. Yeah, that's going to be, whoa. Saturn transits aren't easy, and we have Saturn squaring Venus and Saturn squaring Mars. And that's going to be, you know, those are long because they're slow movers, right? They're not like Mercury that whips around. You know, Mercury's just now starting to get his speed back up and get out of shadow. But those big movers, we feel those transits as an underlining energy throughout that just continues. So it's real important that you look and see, you know, where Saturn is in your chart, and that'll give you where you need to be more disciplined to ride the waves of these frequencies. All right, so somebody need to hear that. Here we go. Capricorn. I'm not taking that many. That's too many. Come on. Let's go with the dragons. Call in Anna, my red and gold dragon. She's here. Anna. Come on, Anna. And I showed me I know again only kakarushi only only gonna you know get right. Rush more. Earth signs. Right there. 6 of Cups. Kicking it off for the Earth signs with the 6 of Cups. This is, it could be around children, but this is looking back on something and feeling as though you've lost something in the past. Wishing that you could go back and change something. Very regretful energy of wishing that you could make things were the way they were when they were that good. Looking back on your past with fondness and even envious to your past. Being stuck in the loop of wanting things to be the way they were is not going to work for you. Nope. They won't be. It won't be to your benefit to continue to do that, Earth signs. Okay. You got the shaman. You got the shaman as your challenge position. This is the magician. The shaman has everything he needs. The shaman has everything he needs. Okay? Everything he needs is there. Challenged by judgment. Your challenge and the outside challenge, okay? There's something that's going to come in and give you that second chance, that rising above feeling, to where you can start again, but start differently. You know, doing the same thing you've always done, you'll get the same shit you've always gotten, right? Can't do it that way. You got to shaman this shit. Earth signs. Yes. Okay, very good. And now we have the 9 of Swords coming in from outside of you. Somebody around you is very anxious. Somebody around you is not feeling as though they can handle any more. There is somebody outside of you. This is not you. They're very clear on that. Coming in from the light side. They're going to end up snapping with some of this stuff that you're doing. I'm getting like, okay, so Pluto is very psychotic. It's all about the psychology of the soul. And but it's the dark stuff that we don't even really sometimes understand that we're carrying with us. It's hidden underneath. And there's so much terror and anxiety around someone outside of you. Now, it could be an energy outside of you that's like another aspect of self for 20% of you. But this is truly somebody that's around you that's going to end up snapping. And, you're up here just like, I'm trying to do my best here. I'm trying to balance I have all the tools. I have everything that I need here to make this situation work. And I have faith. I have faith that the golden silver gate dragon is going to come down and is going to put something forth here that's going to lift us all out of this. But looking to your past is creating a loop, because I've seen that multiple times now. Jeez, these cards are really flying out of my hand. The 6 of Pentacles. You have 2 6s there, okay? So pay attention to the numerology. The 6 of Pentacles is about give and take. I have enough to give, but I also know how to receive. I'm going to give to you, but I also need to get mine. I have plenty. 6 of Cups is you have plenty to give, but are you receiving? There's a lot of people in need around us right now. A lot of people are really suffering, and they may be coming to you for help. Just make sure the energy exchange is fair, and don't burn yourself out just because somebody else is flipping out. You can't fix them as much as you'd like to. You have to fix you, because you're the only one here in your reality, in your perception. So you must start to perceive them as more calm. Maybe perceive them in a different way, even. Maybe speak to them in a completely different way. The Star card again. See, there's a lot of hope. Even though this is an extreme week with extreme energy, there's these little silver linings of hopes. There's these little bridges. There's this beautiful silver gateway that's coming. And the hope is there. The wish, staying in your faith, embodying your faith is there. So you have major life event, major arcana, the Star. Major life event, the Judgment, the Shaman. And call on your guidance. Call on your light side beings, man. On the bottom, you have the major life event, major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so look here. This is not about winning the lottery, period. This is all about coming to the conclusion, the finality of something, okay? And it's fated. It's nothing you could do nor say, no action you can make that would change this fated event. When we come into this flesh suit, we come in with the ability to, yes, maneuver with some free will, and we have choice points all along the way throughout any incarnation. Each aspect of self, no matter what kind of being it is, has choice points along the way. You're at a choice point, okay, which means you've made this choice, therefore there's the fate. You know, it's how it comes through in completion. And look here, on the right side, you got the snake coming out. And by the way, these are all in representation of the fixed signs, okay? So these are the fixed signs, which are involved in this big fixed grand cross that we're having in the astrology. Why is this karmic fated event happening? Because there was just too many damn choices and too much confusion. So you finally picked one and you made a choice. And then there's always consequences for good or for bad. And we don't make our choice points good or bad. It's a choice in order for the fated event to come in. Okay? We don't make it good or bad. It's just energy. It's like the yin-yang symbol, spin it, and it makes one color, right? Because the duality is what we're fighting against. We don't want to be in duality, earth signs. We want to live in oneness. Higher consciousness, oneness. That's why we're here. It's truly the goal for everybody, whether they're aware of it or not. Your heart may be hurting a little bit for these others. You're very sensitive to this. This is why you keep looking back. You wishing that there was a better time, trying to manifest it as a better time, really wanting that second chance to happen. And I feel like this is, for you, but mostly for people around you. You want that so that you can also ascend. But if it's not fair and it's not balanced and it's not give and take, you have to take your choice point and deal with your fated moment. There are fated moments that we all said we have to come in and we have to play this part. The specifics of the identity of the characters in the play will be able to ad-lib through your life. But the choice points and then the fated event, it's already been written. So no reason to look back. Flew out. Okay, so you've got a trine, which is a trine sextile, which is good. It's a harmonious flow. It says symbios. It's positive energy flow. Okay, that is good. With Ceres, nurturement. Okay, so when Virgo comes up, you want to really pay attention to how you're purifying your space. How are you purifying your body? How are you purifying your mind? And how are you speaking to yourself? This is Gemini season after all. This is all about communications and talking, any media, writing books, writing emails, any kind of communication is all going to be tested right now. And you got the 8th house of hidden mysteries, the underworld, darkness, secrets. You may not be aware of some of these things, and it may just come right out and just right there because it's fated. Okay. And we will also pull for you earth signs. Can't even remember the name of this deck. My brain kind of went flat. Flowers of Life. That's right. The Flower of Life deck.
We'll pull a card for the earth signs, please, as a closing verification for the earth signs. Meditation. You got meditation, meditation, meditation. Meditation is a creative process. It is not something we do or need to learn. It is simply a connection back to who you are. It is called a practice because it is training you into alignment to just be. In a space of allowing thoughts and feelings rise and fall without you having any attachment to it. In this allowing, easy, non-resistant space, you may realize there are aspects of yourself that you need to heal or to recognize. Chiron and Aries, heal. Be you, for you are wonderful. Earth signs. Bam. And remember, like I always say, you meditate how you can meditate. If you want to do guided meditations, those are great. Go look up Steve Noble on Facebook. Great guided meditations. Okay? All right there, Earth signs. Thank you so much. Love having you here. But you gotta go. Thank you, Nigel. I see that. Aw, very nice. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Good morning and have a good day. You gotta walk. Don't look back. Yeah, Nigel's got it. Oh, you're welcome. Je ne sais mais toi. Je ne sais tout no way. Je ne sais que me na. Je ne sais tout qui me wai. No shike no jike mu no na he. Oh my. Hold on a second. Got a lot of stuff going on up here. All right, there we go. And now we are on to fire signs. Is that right? Oh, this shirt is supposed to stay on my shoulders, but it's not staying so great. Oh, damn it. I wished I hadn't freaking gained that 10 pounds. I do apologize for not getting the timestamps put in the comments from last week. It was a whirlwind of a week, and I'll try to get them in. I'm not having company here this week, so I'll be able to get them in by tomorrow, so you can come back. You know, I don't always go back and watch my videos. It's just something about it. I don't really, but a couple people said you need to go watch the air sign or the fire sign read from last week. And I did. And I was like, whoa. Like, I really don't remember a lot of that. And it was really resonating with my mama heart, you know. So it's always nice to be able to look back on things, and I try to put the timestamps there. So, and a big shout out to Annette Chastain again. She is our sponsor, y'all. Lovingly has given some beautiful gifts. We have a big gift package with a deck of cards, multiple stones, a handmade with mystic wisdom. Okay, it's not just any craft. She works on these tools energetically. I threw in an Andorra, a few other stones. It's a good package. So you want to be sure after this video you come back and you make sure to comment, like, and subscribe on the channel, and share me out to your friends, please. Thank you. That's what it's all about. So, family, you are correct. Thank you, Sandy. Stellium and Aries. Holy cow. In what house, though? But what house? Like, what is your stellium? Is it your first house? Is it all in the first house? I'd be curious. I'd be curious to know that. That's a lot of Aries. There she is. Annette says, my Cappy assumed me being the Libra will be the one flipping out. Typical. I promise you guys, at the end of the week, I'm going to be popping in here for something. I mean, it may be on TikTok and then I just upload it, but I don't know. But this is a big, big week of energy coming up. I mean, we're in it now, but it's just going to increase. At work, man, just don't push it this week. You know, I think I said last week to hit the pause button, but sometimes the universe just doesn't give you that opportunity to hit the pause button. I did when my daughter decided that she wanted to do all that and just totally, you know, travel here 5.5 hours and then not even spend quality time at my house and let the girls swim. And she said no to all that. She went into town and did all this other stuff in town. And I'm on the island. I'm like, why did you even get a house here on the island 2 blocks from me if you weren't going to come spend time here? You know, I had to hit the pause button on a lot. And I did. That last morning when she came back to bring, because she came in right when she came in out of town to pick up the table and the game and I don't know what else, the beach toys and all that stuff. And I just told her I said, you can just leave it outside on the garage. I didn't even see them off. I'm going to hit the pause button on the physical contact with her for a while. If not indefinitely, because if she can't approve of who I am, then what? I mean, you know, I don't really need her approval. That's her belief system. You know, that's her system that she has to deal with. And I'm just going to sit in loving awareness and I will work on the relationship energetically. It's the best that I can do. It's going to break my heart because I'm going to miss those little girls, but those little girls will be coming for me someday, especially the oldest one. So, you know, it is what it is. You have to do what you have to do. My energy and my ascension process and this spiritual work is my life. It is my number one. I live this. This is not something that I just decided to pick up. It's been this way all my life. So, you know, yeah, different varieties, you know, as humans, we have to go and figure out what we're going to do in life, right? But at this stage of my life, this is what I do, you know. This is why I'm not partnered with anybody. I'm not looking for a partner. I am focused, and I love to do what I do, and I have a lot of things on my plate, so I do my best, just like you. You know, I do my best with what I have, and the sadness when it creeps in, I just have to try to shift myself out of it. But I still honor the emotion. I honor and cry and wail. I get in my inversion table and I hang upside down and just really, I didn't even do it as loud as I normally do. I just really just blow it all out. I wail it out. And I see visually with my third eye, allowing the fire, because I'm a Scorpio with a Mars freaking moon. And I'm having my Chiron return. It's almost finished. So, there's a lot of deep wounds there around suffering, abandonment, and release and loss. So, and that's a lot of us, what we're experiencing, and we're all going to experience it in our own identity's unique way, you see. Yeah. That's right. Thank you, Kat. That's wonderful. I mean, I it's hard. And y'all, I like to use the word challenging, not hard, because that's a frequency that you're, putting out there, but sometimes you just got to say this is fucking hard. This hurts. I'm broken right now. But what can I do to improve that brokenness? As long as you understand you're broken wide open, you're not broken within and going to wallow and stay in that. And sometimes, I'm not kidding, I was on my back. I was ready. I was in my dress and ready to go if they came over, and I had the pool heated and everything. If they came on Saturday, but then they didn't. No, Landon. Sorry, my son trying to come in here in the middle of a show. I don't know what that's about. He's never done that before, but I'm always expecting the unexpected nowadays. So, all right. I don't know why, but for some reason the fire signs needed a little bit of extra knowledge that came through that. Let's see what Sandy says here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Fire signs: Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. The dust will settle. And then you'll be sitting around going, okay, what's next? It's going to be a little chaotic for a little while. Emotionally, internally, in an underlining way. But then you'll be kind of like sitting back, kind of have a vision of you sitting back like on a porch, going, okay, all of that just happened. Okay. Take our breath, take our moment here to process. Big processing week for the fire signs. But it's also a week of you getting out there, even in any challenges. 10 of Cups. That's beautiful. What a perfect way to start out this read. Excuse me. Okay. The 10 of Cups says, I am love. I am fulfilled. I have all the faith in the world that everything will turn out lovingly and beautiful, balanced within my relationships, within my family structure. I'm emotionally capable. It's a completion card too. It's coming to a completion of something very loving. It's a wish fulfillment. I'm holding them upside down. Wow. Okay. 9 of Cups coming in as your challenge position. Understand this. You have a loving heart. You want to give to your kids, your children, your grandchildren, your friends and community. You know, you want to be able to give back, right? Because you have plenty enough to give. Emotionally, you're stable. But this is something you have to really understand, is that over excess of whatever it is sometimes too much. It's just sometimes too much for some people. And then you feel alone in the situation because it's a solo card. Ooh, double solo card. The other solo card, Nine of Pentacles, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is all about how I can master my craft. How can I'm turning the air up. It's still hot in here, and I don't know what's going on, why it's not kicking on. The Nine of Pentacles says, I've mastered everything that I need for myself, okay? 2 nines there, okay? A 10 of Cups, a 9 of Cups, and a 9 of Pentacles. This is really coming to crescendo. This is really having its finality. You know, you're right on the precipice of something really evolving into something beautiful that you've been dreaming about, that you've been wanting. Whatever that intuitive, emotional, loving fulfillment epitome for you is, you're getting there. But you're realizing now it's a solo journey. Okay? For you fire signs, it's a solo journey. Even if you're in partnership, okay? Coming in from outside of you, there is lack energy. Complete lack, feeling left out, abandoned. But, you know, as you can see, they're like looking up at you over here. They have a lot of, I feel envious nature coming through for what's going on with you here. That there's a sadness, but they could follow the light. They could go into the cosmic light. They could get the assistance they need. They have to do it, but they're wanting to have a companion to do it with, you see. And you're all solo. The Four of Pentacles, okay? Four of Pentacles is all about ancient wisdom, ancient goods, maybe old money goods. I'm kind of seeing like stacks and stacks of gold, which tells me it's like ancient old goods or ancient abundance of some way that you're holding on to. Like, this is all of mine. This is mine, and I'm not releasing it. You know, having plenty enough to give, emotionally and financially. Feeling as though you just want to get to that dream. You know, you're on the precipice of it, but you're holding on really tight. And this is a hold on to everything I got tight card. Problem with that is you send out a frequency of lack when you do that. So you have get it? So you have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Pentacles. This is cha-ching. This is how you're earning your money, what you're doing, what you're creating. If you're retired, it's what you're actually doing. You know, what are you putting forth for everybody to see and remember and know you for? What are you going to be known for? That just fell right off. Queen of Swords, bringing in the Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy for the fire sign read. This is also very empowering. You know, this is highly intelligent, highly in the knowing in the moment, but possibly having to be harsh and cut something out. You know, if you're going to truly ascend into this beautiful higher frequency, this amazing vibration, to get to this beautiful epitome of love, 10 of Cups is the mwah, baby, you know? If you're going to do that, some things you're going to have to release, let go, cut out, and be in total awareness. Look at her. She's mastering this tiger, this black tiger here, okay? She's mastering him. Can you see him good? Yeah, okay. She's mastering him. She doesn't even have to hold a leash because she's the master. of what it is that she does. Be careful for being over excessively holding on too tight. Holding on. Your challenge here is feeling as though you have plenty enough to give everybody, but too much is too much. It's about balance. This is the Queen of Swords. This is Libra energy. Is it fair? You know, this must be just. You know, or it's cut. What's on the bottom? 3 cups. Beautiful. Beautiful. After all of that, you have celebration. This is you and your girlfriends or your friends or your community, you know, coming together in celebration for a job well done. And cups are all about your love, fulfilling yourself. Fill your cup up with friends and laughter and goodness. Okay? Why? Because you are at a choice point. 2-1 says, I'm going to go this way or I'm going to go this way. And either way, it's going to be action-packed, passionate, exciting, it may be edgy and aggressive. But the sun is going to be shining because I've got this 3 of cups, because I'm realizing that I can't hold on to everything so tight because I'm not at a 10. You don't have you have the 10 of cups here and then the 9 of cups here, but you don't have the 10 of cups, or I'm sorry, the 10 of coin to complete. This is monetary. This is houses, cars, you know, what you have, what you can touch, feel, taste, and smell is right there. You're not quite there yet because of this lack. There's some kind of lack, some kind of dark lack mentality that's like, I can never get there, you know, and you holding on isn't helping. So cutting it off would be okay. Then celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate the fact that you finally stood up and cut it off. Fire signs. All right, let's get astro star codes for the fire signs. Solar flares, activate. Oh, it's my number 2, number 17. That tricked me out. Okay, yeah, activate. Get out in the sun, period. Get out in the sun. What's on the bottom? The midheaven. What is it that you're doing? What are you showing up in the world as? What are people taking notice of? And what are they going to remember you for when you die, fire signs? We want you thinking long term. What are they going to say about me when I die? How would it be if I died today? What would the obit say? I want you to think about that in your process here of the steps that you're taking and learning to release a little, you know. When you put money out, it always comes back more. We're proof of that. When you put it out, when you give, it always comes back more because it's an ever-ending flow. Money is just energy. And you got the 8th house. So, the 8th house says, this is some hidden stuff that you're not quite like in the know of, okay? There's something there that's going to assist you to get to this space. Look for it in the shell. Okay, so we see like, okay, so this week we saw the Scorpio shell, the outside of the Scorpio, as the hard shell that is protecting the heart, the soft inside. So we want you to look beneath the shell of the exterior of you and find the soft inside. Mystery item. There's something there. There's something there that if you went back and you really sat with that, maybe your inner child, it could be an event, or it could be another person, but it's connected to your field and it's in the underside. As above, so below. As within, so without, right? So, yeah. Don't use your clippers. What are those? Claws. Don't use your claws at somebody. Fire signs. No claw. No claw. Okay. She gave me the claw. I'm sorry, I made myself laugh. Is that it? No, okay. Sorry. All right, fire signs. Which flower of life card is for the fire signs, please? That's it right there. Animals. Animals. Okay. And there we go. The energy of animals reflects our instinctual nature, allowing us to draw on their skills and abilities. Our instincts are what we generally describe as a gut feeling, intuition, or psychic ability. Playing or working with, or just observing animals, either directly or symbolically, brings us in touch with our own animal nature and an aspect of ourselves often repressed. We are all one. Life is life, flowing from the same source, manifesting as different species. We are all streams of consciousness, uniqueness, ever expanding love and light, traveling our own path to experience life in a new and variety of ways. Once you feel your own uniqueness and love, it becomes easy to communicate with all life forms, feeling their originality instead of trying to communicate through your opinions, values, and conclusions. Animals are fully present in the now, a gentle reminder to adapt and adjust in every situation. Here you will be in the flow, and the path of least resistance will present itself. There you go. That pretty much said everything I just said, but in a more elegant way, probably. You know, go look up the animal archetype of your sign. And if you don't have a totem to your sign, like if you're Aquarius or you're Virgo, we want you to look up the animal that a Virgo or an Aquarius would be attracted to. And you will know that instantly now. Yeah. But we want you to really, as part of your homework this week, fire signs, we want you to go and really connect in with a spirit animal. And real animals, if you have them around you. I already seen, I've been connecting it with the actual scorpion, an actual scorpion. I just know that I'm going to end up seeing an actual scorpion somewhere. Spiders, too, have been coming at me. I had one yesterday, and I was trying to get it to go outside. She was being very stubborn, and she kept climbing back behind this blinds, and I couldn't get to her. She finally fell off, and then I think she died. And I was real sad, and I sent love, and I told her in the next life, you can come back. It's something much better, bigger, stronger. But yeah, fire signs, animal love this week. And spirit animal, real animals, all of that will assist you to getting to this 10 of Cups. Okay? Because that's the overall goal there with that kind of a read. All right. Thank you, fire signs. Yes, good one, huh? Right? Oh, very nice. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. Congrats, Sandy. Okay, we're on water signs. Thank you. Water signs. Here we go. I need a little drink. Okay, so we've done fire, air, earth. Is this the last one? Holy moly. Okay, very good. Oh, I feel like I need to move and dance and stretch around my body. Water signs. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I have like this mischievous feeling. I have like this something's about to happen feeling of excitement, quite honestly. It's like the light that comes through the trees, like if you're in a forest and all of a sudden you see a light coming through the trees, but it's like a light beam, you know, and you've been so lost and you couldn't find the sky because you've been walking through all these pine trees. If you know what I'm talking about, like in Georgia, Thomasville, Georgia, this is coming in on my dark side, okay, on my night side here. Really hot. In Thomasville, Georgia, I had to do a lot of processing there, and the trees blocked my view of the skies because there were so many freaking pine trees everywhere. I could never see the sky. I'd have to walk, and I had to drive down to an open field where they like maybe had farmland or whatever. It's really hard to see all the sky. And for a desert girl growing up, used to seeing all the sky, then going into the military and seeing all of the ocean, living, you know, in San Diego and Florida, I was used to big wide open skies, you know, big wide open sea, big wide open flat deserts, and no real mountainous. I've always lived in flatlands, and that was crazy. So you're going to see some kind of a light that's coming in from a place that you really don't like to be in other words. So maybe push yourself a little bit to do something a little different is the message here. Okay. What's up, Nancy? Hi, Landon. That's okay. Thank you for making some chicken nuggets. That's very sweet. But I don't eat on these nights. So, because I have to process all the energy. But you're very sweet. I'm glad you cooked something. I don't know why I just got these giggles. It's very funny. All right. Let's go with the water signs. All ready? So we've got the sun coming out for the water sign. See, we've had the sun come out twice. Okay. Now remember, the sun representation is always about our inner light shining on us. Or it could actually be about your sun. The Eight of Wands is fast movement. It's fast stuff coming in. It could be travel. It could be going somewhere fast. Okay, this is fast messages coming through. This is aggression even. But it could also be arrows of love, you know. We'll see how it plays out. But that's not a bad start right there, to be challenged to do something quickly. To be challenged to go somewhere, explore somewhere, see something different, do something different. You know, we're in this Pleiadian time period. Go outside of your consciousness and go visit with the Pleiadians. Got this, I'm holding these upside down. The Two of Swords. There's something you're not seeing. There's something you don't want to see. It's just something that you're like, I'm not going to look at this right now. I'm sorry. You know, I'm just not going to look at this right now. But it's at the beginning stages. And if you don't look at it and you don't handle it soon, water signs, you will end up regretting. Outside of you, we have the Fool, major life event, major arcana, the Fool, and major life event. And major life event, the Sun. Okay? The Fool, the Sun. This is really putting yourself out there and taking a chance. Somebody from outside of you really needs to step it up, put it outside there, and take that chance, okay? The Page of Cups is very young, naive, and I don't trust this card, okay? And the reason I don't trust it is because it's right here. You know, it's like something you're not wanting to see. It's like a cup of love, but it's not lasting. You know, it is innocence, but it's also mischievousness in a way. Not knowing if you can see nor do the things that are maybe being offered and given to you, okay? You're just not. The universe is saying take a chance with someone else. That person must take a chance on you, maybe. And you may be kind of new to the situation. You're just not real sure about it. You don't know if you want to step through into this fully. But you have the Two of Pentacles. So see here, this is telling us you have two twos here, okay? You have two twos. And you have two very young, naive, jump off the cliff if you must energy. It looks very good. It looks very good, except for you're not seeing what needs to be done. The Two of Pentacles is a lot of, you have a lot of different things that you're juggling. You have a lot of different things that you're doing. You got too many things. You need to drop one of those and focus on one. On the bottom, water signs. The Four of Swords. You know, this is the card after the big heartbreak card. The Three of Swords. This is having to lay it down, meditate, slow down, take your time. Let the brain just dissolve. Dissolve the human mind. Dissolve the human mind. Throughout this process, you're going to see there was a Tower moment. That's what I was kind of feeling like. It's like an aftermath, you know, that's going on here. There's it's not a finality. It's not coming to fruition. It's already happened. Your Tower moment already happened. And if it hasn't happened right now as you're listening to this, it will soon. Which is, if you don't know, Tower moment is when something comes in unexpectedly, surprisingly, it really kind of shatters part of our world to shift us at a choice point to go into the gateway of a different direction for your life. And what? Okay, then what? The other one. Five of Swords. Somebody did you dirty, or you did somebody dirty. Somebody was done dirty and left. Tower moment came in and shocked and totally shook your whole world. So now you rest, you meditate, you process, and you love yourself deeply. Because you have more battles to come. This is only the Four of Swords. Cosmic armor. We see you in cosmic armor. Water sign. You know, at some point you will lay down that armor, but you're going to have to look at it. You cannot just ignore this situation. You have the Two of Swords here and the Four of Swords. Okay? And the Five of Swords was underneath there. The conjunction, an alliance. Okay, there is an alliance here. There are a conjunction is when two planets come together. When two opposing planets, two same planets, it doesn't matter. They come together at the same degree. And there's going to be a big conjunction. You're going to bring people together with this energy. Eventually. It's all about your communications. Be cautious with communications this week. Do. Be very cautious how you communicate to yourself. Okay, this is crazy. We have the 11th house and Neptune. Okay, hold your vision. What are you manifesting? What is it that you see yourself as? Embody that energy. Pull that future timeline into your now through breath work, meditation. Okay, pull it in. Envision, feel, smell, and really know how it feels to be that person that's past all of these challenges. And then allow it to integrate and settle, 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 settle. Your 11th house has to do with others in your tribe, people in the community, people out in the collective world. Once you've done all of these things, you can truly move through the energies with the collective and assist those that don't know how to do this kind of work, right? This is what we do. And finally, the Flower of Life card. Beautiful Flower of Life card here. Blah, 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 blah. Don't know why I'm wanting to sing. All right, we'll give it a little shuffle. Water signs and water signs. Here it comes. Okay. Is there two there? Yes, they're stuck together. Let me see. Dive in. Dive in, water signs. Let us not be concerned with where we have come from or where we may be going. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and feel into the eternal moment happening now and now and now. Allow all to be as it is. Sink deeper into you and fall into your grace. Dive in and allow the riches of you, infinite, unconditional love, to be revealed. Let go, let it be. Allow your treasure, your riches, to shine brightly, shedding light into every part of you, illuminating any darkness, transforming it into love, balanced energy that will reveal the very truth of you. Free yourself and all that holds you back. Water signs. You are an infinite being having a human experience. It's a game. You are but an avatar. Dive into yourself and reveal to yourself, water signs, the real reasoning why these things happen. It's because they're meant to. It's a karmic fated week. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. This was a lot of fun. We are really high. So thank you to the water signs. You are so very loved. Have a beautiful week. It's the best way we can put it. Also, thanks to the sponsor, Annette Chastain, who is giving away, just at the end here, if you missed it, this is the giveaway package. It's pretty amazing, okay? Like a besom, multiple stones, even an Andara in there, a Reiki healing session with cards, with oracle cards from the mystic, wonderful, amazing wizardess herself, Annette Chastain, Master Reiki Healer. And also I'm throwing in the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle Deck. You must go right now, as soon as I'm done with this video, on YouTube. It doesn't work on Facebook because I don't look there. You got to go on YouTube and you got to comment, like, and subscribe. And please share and get your name in the drawing, because we'll be giving that drawing away here in a few weeks, okay? Each time you get in there, you get another vote on the board, okay? So I love you so much. Thank you again. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I see everybody. Yes, September Libra rocks. Thank you. Yes, you guys have a beautiful week. Remember, it's still another kind of hit the pause button type of week, Um, so you want to be, real mindful, real mindful of what you're doing, um, and really just be cautious, out there. It's a kind of very edgy, unpredictable, horrific. We'll hear of some kind of terror or some kind of something. I'm not saying it's going to be like a terrorist attack or anything. It could, but there'll be some kind of horrific something that's going to happen because this is just too much. Too much edge, too much Mars, too much Pluto, too much Scorpio and Taurus could be around money, abundance, wealth, commodities, properties. And it's definitely a death energy. So let's all hold space for the world. Let's all send our light to the world and be loving and kind to each other. Because that's what we're supposed to be all the time, right? But you know what? Sometimes you just got to be real and say, I'm just fucking human and I can only handle so much. So, and then you just get right back into your alignment. So, anyway, thank you. Oh my God, I know it's Memorial Day weekend. We'll have fires on the island. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. They'll be shooting the fireworks off and there'll be fires everywhere. They almost burned down the horse stables one year. Thank you, Nigel. Hey, by the way, you were supposed to message me. I think it's 9 o'clock there. Yeah, when I start. So, yeah. Renee says money matters. We have that debt default thing. Yeah, what they're going to do about that. Yeah. If they're going to change up our actual money structures, it'll probably be in phases and little steps and stuff. It'll be between now and end of July into August is what I would guess. But then again, it may be when Pluto finally gets back into Capricorn because that's world powers and governments and stuff. And Pluto's last sweep of the old must go. No more vintage old stuff. Okay, I think we're done here. Come on. Don't turn it off on me. All right. I love you guys. I know that I'm just going. Thank you, Christy. Thanks, everybody. Y'all have a beautiful week. Stay calm. Hit the pause button if you have to. And walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God Spark. See you next week.